Good morning and welcome to Smell the Coffee on this beautiful, amazing Monday morning. You're joined by Diana Master and Jen Rashipura. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very well.
Why are you laughing?
You are home girl. She came in with energy. She came into the studio with energy. And I'm just like, okay. I love it. I love to see that the weekend was good for us.
Oh, the weekend was, oh my goodness. I think, dare I say, the best weekend in a long time.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Namibia, for the Independence Day celebration.
Yes, thank you for the Independence Day celebrations and other things. Yeah. So I think the word of the day today is fall in love, guys. It's nice.
I think the word of the day is don't listen to us girlies.
Don't. Last week we were there like, don't fall in love.
This week we're like, you know what? Give your heart a chance. And I'm actually on the opposite spectrum. I'm like, yeah, guys, this love thing. I was the Lulu last week.
I mean, that's the thing, right? It's very... I don't know how to say this, but I think it's just one of those things whereby if you're coming from something that was... Okay, I saw a post that said, I can for sure say, I know now what love is. And I can for sure say, I didn't know what love was until I knew what love isn't.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's a deep one. Yeah, that's probably quote of the day. I didn't know
what love was until I knew what love isn't.
But what isn't love? I think people confuse that.
I mean, okay, so talking about maybe in the context of relationships, right? You probably have had a person who had a specific way of treating you and whatever it is, and then you get another person who treats you another way, and then that's when you start to compare and contrast, like, oh wow, so that actually wasn't love.
Yeah, what I've picked up with myself, if I start getting the ick about you, then I know this is I'm here for other vibes. This is not love, because when you love someone, their quirks and annoying things are so endearing to you.
Yeah.
Oh, Diana talks a lot. Oh, it's so cute.
Oh my God, it's so cute. Yeah.
Look at her doing this weird thing, but my baby, that's my baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this weekend was extremely productive. So we had a group call, and I was basically introducing this person to my family. And my mom says to me, Dana, is this a real person? Like, this is not somebody that you made up in your head. I said, hi, wo. And then my sister started saying, guys, we need to find this man. We need to make sure he's okay because Diana's going to terrorize him and traumatize him. My other sister said, have you let him out of his cage today? I said, guys, they're making it seem like I'm this terrible, terrible person. Meanwhile, I'm like a sweetheart. I'm such a softie. They said, Diana, we call him right now and we ask him to blink twice.
Will he blink twice?
Because in the pictures he's wearing shades, and then they said he's wearing shades because you can, if you zoom into the picture, you will see it says, help me.
No, to be fair, my mom once told me, come on, this one, please treat him right. I was like,
And one thing about our parents.
I was like, why are you talking to me like I'm the monster?
Yeah. The other time my mom said to me, Diana, just leave him alone. I said, She's like, no, this one is too nice. Just leave him alone. I said, why do y'all make it seem like I'm the problem? But honestly speaking, guys, I feel like that, they say that if somebody wants to, they will. And then now the internet is divided about that because they say sometimes people really do want to, but they
have
can't.
Their own
they have
issues and whatnot, and that's
and capacity as well.
Capacity. That's also the one thing that, like, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum because I'm just like, I don't like this. But anywho, like for me, I meet people, or I'm really going through something right now.
Yeah.
And I didn't even foresee this connection being a connection.
And it's those connections.
But it is, and I'm going through some stuff and I need to isolate for that. And for me, or at least I'll be like, what do you mean? But it's a connection. Let's fight for it. Let's, and they just don't have the capacity for that. And also, what I've picked up, but you guys can also correct me if I'm wrong. When a man is not doing well financially, it just gets into their head about a romantic.
Doesn't it get in the way of all of us though? Like I feel even for me, it's like, no, bro.
You can't date because I'm not okay financially.
I'm not okay financially.
So I'm not the best person. Even though this is a great connection, I
could never survive being a man because where am I going to get the money to pay someone I don't owe? Like, I could never.
Exactly.
But it's just one of those things whereby we need to step away from the if he wanted to, he would. But then at the same time, if he wanted to, he would though. Do you understand? It's one of those things.
No, but I've seen it in myself before where there was somebody I genuinely love. I'm not loved. Ooh,
that's a big word, girl.
Whoa. We don't do that here, love. Oh, excuse me. I need to go, rinse my mouth after that.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
But I genuinely like this person, but I had my own issues going on for me, and I could not meet him
where he needed to be met.
Yeah. So if I wanted to, I couldn't.
Yeah.
So I think we need to move away from that because it's a little bit toxic advice because we generalize a lot of things.
Yeah, we do. And it's just, like I'm saying, sometimes it's just a matter of capacity. Sometimes it's a matter of people are fighting their demons and whatever it is. But then at the same time, there are people who go out of their way But
to be fair, I'm going to look at you side-eyed if you are like pursuing me heavily, but you got demons. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm just like, what are you running away from?
Love bombing doesn't work on me because unfortunately, I believe that's how I should be treated. Like, it makes sense that you're treating me this way.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm me. Like, it makes sense. It's not a red flag, unfortunately.
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
But sometimes people bring a big broom and they sweep you off your feet.
I was
swept,
that.
my sister.
And we like that. I think for me, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum right now. I'm just like, I can't even. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna lock myself in my cave. I'm gonna get a cat, and that's it. I'm done with you guys. All of you guys.
You're gonna find somebody that's just going to whoops you. Like, whoops.
And then
you'll be like, whoa.
I'll come back dizzy. I'll come back dizzy.
You come back, you'll be there like, guys, love is so beautiful. I'm like, my sister, what happened? Weren't you the one saying... I think for me, it's just the unexpected connections. Those ones are the ones that always... Because they say you find something when you're not looking for it.
Yeah.
Right? Even the law of attraction says the more you focus on something, you're actually repelling it away. So it's the connections that you don't see coming. Where you're like, oh my goodness, what is happening? Right? And for me, it will always be that thing of I want to walk into love with somebody, not fall in love.
Yes. No, the falling in love is what gets me. Because the point is, I'm fearful in terms of commitments, right? So somebody needs to kind of trick me into it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Trick is crazy.
We're cool, we're just gym buddies or whatever. You know, it starts out very like, it's not relationship.
And then later on, you actually find out, you realize, oh my gosh,
yes,
I love you.
Yes, exactly.
One of my favorite songs by Tanner Adderall is, the lyrics are, I kind of might sort of like love you a little bit.
Yeah. But I didn't see it coming though.
I didn't see it coming.
It was just like, you know, one day I'm like smiling at my phone. I'm like, whoa. Why is Kevin making me smile like this?
Yeah. And that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, we need to allow beautiful things to happen. And on that note, we will be right back as we get into our top stories right after this.
Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises, from artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us. Something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination. where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
We start off our top stories with a story that makes you go, huh? A Utah woman who wrote book on grief after husband's death is actually found guilty of murdering him. Yeah. A Utah woman was convicted on Monday of aggravated murder after poisoning her husband with fentanyl and then self-publishing a children's book about coping with grief. Prosecutors said Curry Richens slipped 5 times the lethal dose of synthetic opioid into a cocktail that her husband Eric Richens drank in March of 2022. Prosecutors said she was $4.5 million in debt and falsely believed that when her husband died, she would inherit his estate worth more than $4 million. They also said she was planning a future with another man she was seeing on the side. She wanted to leave Eric Richens but did not want to leave his money, the Summit County prosecutor Brad Bloodworth said. Richens stared at the floor and took deep breaths as the judge read the verdict. The jury deliberated for just under 3 hours. Afterwards, family members on both sides of the case left the courtroom hugging and crying. Richens was also convicted of other felonies, including an attempted murder charge in what authorities alleged was another effort to poison her husband weeks earlier on Valentine's Day with a fentanyl-laced sandwich that made him black out. Jurors also found Richens guilty of forgery and fraudulently claiming insurance benefits after his death. Sentencing was scheduled for the 13th of May, the day her husband would have turned 44. The aggravated murder charge alone carries a sentence of 25 years to life in prison. Honestly, I feel like we're all in shock, said Eric Richens' sister, Amy Richens. She said the family can now focus on honoring her brother and supporting his sons. We got justice for my brother. The scheduled 5-week trial was cut short last week when Curry Richens waived her right to testify and her legal team abruptly rested its case without calling any witnesses. Richens' lawyers said they were confident that prosecutors did not produce enough evidence to convict her of murder. Prosecutors said Richens, a real estate agent focused on flipping houses, was deep in debt. She had opened numerous life insurance policies on her husband without his knowledge, with benefits totaling about $2 million, prosecutors alleged. They showed the jury text messages between Richens and Robert Josh Grossman, the man with whom she was allegedly having an affair, in which she fantasized about leaving her husband, gaining millions in a divorce, and marrying Grossman. The internet search history of Richens' phone included what is a lethal dose of fentanyl, luxury prisons for the rich America, and if someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate, as a digital forensic analyst testified. Bloodworth replayed for the jury a clip of Richens' 911 call from the night of her husband's death. That's not the sound of a wife becoming a widow, he said, quoting the defense's opening statement. It's the sound of a wife becoming a black widow. I mean,
it's the fact that she wrote a book.
None of this is real.
The fact that she wrote a book and the fact that she was so careless about it. Your search history, come on. This is murder 101.
What is the lethal dose of fentanyl?
Come on.
Luxury prisons in America. And what was the other one? If someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate as?
But I think another thing that you mentioned, that the fact that you took out
life insurance policies.
Can we be notified if somebody takes out a life insurance policy on me?
Yeah.
I don't think it's nice that somebody can just take out a life insurance.
I think.
And then there's no like conversation like Diana. You know that Glenora has a life
insurance policy out on you. It's the thing of you need to bring my idea. You need to bring me there to sign.
Yes,
I need to be there to sign for that life insurance policy. It doesn't matter if it's my husband taking out a life insurance policy on me, because, I mean, over the years we've seen too many people that were being killed. After life insurance policies were taken out on them. So, honestly speaking, for me, it's really never let them know your next move. My girl wrote a book about coping with grief to throw them off She was like, you know what?
And you know what's funny? Probably the book did so well, she didn't even need the money.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that would be so crazy.
That would be so sad.
Like, oh, I didn't kind of...
I didn't actually need to kill you?
Yeah.
No, she did.
I mean, yeah.
She did so that she could
grief.
write about,
Just
grief,
so, yeah.
about coping with grief.
And I'm sure she got like med support. And
While we are here, guys,
Wow.
in as much as yes, you should delete your browsing history, make sure you delete your ChatGPT history. I keep telling you people this, that they can get a subpoena to check your ChatGPT history. So if you go on ChatGPT and say, hypothetically speaking, if I were to give someone a lethal dose of fentanyl, what does that look like? Immediately delete it. Delete it.
But I think they can still access it. I think anytime anything is online, it leaves a footprint.
I don't think with
I don't
ChatGPT
think there's anything that is really ever erased.
No, I think with
On the
ChatGPT
internet.
it does just stay in the database to train the models, but it's not necessarily like Glenora searched this.
Oh, so it goes
then
away, yeah.
It does go away, but then the thing is, if you type into chat, hey chat, remember that time I asked you about a fentanyl overdose? And chat will be like, of course, babe, I remember. And I told you this.
Okay.
So you gotta be smart about it. But I think if you delete the history, they have no way of actually accessing. I don't know. Why are we telling people how?
No, but I am a writer, to be fair. There's something that I'm writing, and I wanted to know what could cause hallucinations in a person. What kind of medication? You get what I'm saying?
But do you also know that there's stress-induced schizophrenia? That for me, the first...
Wait, tell me more about that. Okay, we'll talk about that off camera.
But just to let you know, people can get stressed to the point of being schizophrenic. The first time I heard about it, I won't lie, I did laugh. Because I'm like, how can someone stress you so much to the point of getting stress-induced schizophrenia? But it can actually happen. It is actually a real thing.
All right. Okay. Moving on to our other story. Well, on a not so nice note, or a rather sad note, Chuck Norris, martial artist and Hollywood movie star, dies aged 86. Tributes have been paid to the U.S. martial artist and Hollywood action star Chuck Norris, who has died aged 86. He may have a warrior exterior, but his heart was so full of love, his daughter Danny Lee Norris said. Swedish actor and martial artist Dolph Lundgren, who starred alongside Norris in Sylvester Stallone's 2012 movie The Expendables, said he always looked up to him as a role model, while Stallone said Norris was all-American in every way. Norris was best known for his roles in the 1990s action crime series Walker, Texas Ranger, and the 1972 martial arts film The Way of the Dragon, fighting superstar Bruce Lee. His family announced his death in a statement posted on Instagram. It is with heavy hearts that our family shares the sudden passing of our beloved Chuck Norris, who passed away Thursday morning. The family said he lived his life with faith, purpose, and an unwavering commitment to the people he loved. Through his work, discipline, and kindness, he inspired millions around the world and left a lasting impact on so many lives. The statement added, "To the world, he was a martial artist, actor, and a symbol of strength to us. He was a devoted husband, a loving father and grandfather, an incredible brother, and the heart of our family." Now, away from the screen, Norris promoted fitness, founded martial arts schools, and was an outspoken supporter of U.S. conservative politics. And in more recent years, he became the subject of a string of internet memes, including Chuck Norris facts, which jokingly exaggerated his strength and toughness. Some examples include Chuck Norris can pass a vision test with his eyes closed. When the Hulk gets really angry, he turns into Chuck Norris. The flu has to get Chuck Norris shot once a year. Okay, so those memes have been circulating for years, and I grew up watching Chuck Norris, so I'm such a fan of
Chuck
him.
Norris once saluted the general, and the general got promoted. Yeah.
Tracks.
Chuck Norris doesn't need backup. Backup needs Chuck Norris. I love it. Yeah. I use a stunt double for crying scenes. Guns carry him for protection. Yeah. Chuck Norris doesn't need night vision because darkness is afraid of him. I agree. Chuck Norris doesn't follow orders. Orders follow him. Yeah. Chuck Norris doesn't have a discharge date. War has a Chuck Norris date. Yeah. Chuck Norris doesn't follow orders. Orders follow him. There was one that I saw that said it was when he had been admitted into the hospital. And then they said that, please check if the hospital is okay. Chuck Norris has been admitted into the hospital. Please check if the hospital is okay. One said
he's treating the doctors. I think I saw someone he's treating the doctors and the nurses.
Yes, and then another one said Chuck Norris does it. When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he pushes the earth down. That's how Chuck Norris does push-ups. And then the other one, he actually said it. He said that he got bit by a cobra. And then after 3 agonizing days, the cobra died. I saw a meme that said death hyping itself up to go and get Chuck Norris. Like, you can do this. Okay, got this. You can do this. Got this. Okay. Got this. Okay. Okay. Oof. But shame, he really was a legend, man. I mean, I think we all grew up watching Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yes, I grew up watching his movies.
Yeah.
And back then, action movies was the thing. That's all we watched as a family. I'm talking about Van Damme. I'm talking about...
Who did you call him?
Van Damme. His name is Van Damme. It's not other names. We don't have those other names.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, it's Van Damme.
Van Damme is
it's
crazy.
Van Damme. That's how
Dolph
he's known.
Lundgren, Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Jackie Chan.
I think I need like a movie night where we're just watching like
Van Damme and
Van Damme. You must say it like that as well.
Sylvester
You cannot
Stallone.
say like Jean-Claude. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. It's Van Damme, guys.
I used to say Jean-Claude Van
Put on
Damme.
Van Damme, and you know, so people, especially people at home, most of them couldn't like understand English. So it was a thing of we need to watch an action movie because it's so clear. The storylines. And I had this uncle who also passed away, but I love him so dearly. He was a Chuck Norris fan through and through. He's actually the one who introduced me to Chuck Norris films because he would be like, come put on Chucky Norris. So that's how
Chucky Norris.
Yes, and then he'll be like, you must translate to me what's happening. So, and then sometimes I'm like, I don't really understand, so I was just like lying. Because I was like maybe 7, 6, I was quite young as well. So it was like, yeah, I think he's beating him now because of this. But yeah,
but don't you think the afterlife right now is getting late? Like, if I look at all the legends that we lost, it seems as though they're having a better time that side than we are here.
Yeah, I have to say, it's true.
I saw this one AI-generated video of what the Afterlife Awards or something. And it was Michael Jackson, Prince, and Kobe Bryant. And I'm not going to lie, for a split second, I was like, wow, if this were actually real, like if this is what is actually happening right now in the afterlife, this seems pretty cool.
Do you know what would be so cool? So there will be like announcement, guys, guess who just got here?
Yeah.
Who? Diana Master. Wait, what? Like that.
I'm kidding. Wow, I rebuke. Whoa. That righty dengue? Whoa.
Not you yet.
Guess who just arrived?
Guess who just Shipura. But that's most after you're like 86, babe.
On that note, colleagues, it's been a fantastic episode of Smell the Coffee. And it's time for us to sign off. We'll catch you again tomorrow, same time, same